Y'all, we have been having these discussions about boundaries, unpaid labor, misogyny. We have been talking about decentering men. And when all of this culminates, things will really change in the Black community. So if you are a TikTok follower of me, you need to click to this comment and go back and watch the original video that this is connected to. If you are one of my YouTube followers, I will connect her video at the end. But she is talking about how the church is going to crumble once we start opting out because we are addressing the misogyny, we are addressing decentering men, and those are the talking points that the church hammers on. And the church, along with many or the other organizations, do not want us healthy and whole, because if we were healthy and whole, we wouldn't need their counseling all the time. So they want to get us to the point that we're just so close. We're so close to being healthy, whole, and happy. But we just have to keep on coming to the church, because if we keep coming to the church, then that means that we are still giving them money. But we are having these conversations because the church pushes misogyny. The church centers men. The church elevates and edifies men. And they do it on the backs and the shoulders of women. And the women just have to go to work. We have to volunteer our time. We do all the unpaid labor. And we have to be the ones that are the backbone of everything. But yes, we are in the background. We have to sit in the back. We have to be the ones in the pews and working the floor, doing the cleanup, doing the cooking. Black women are doing the most for nothing. Actually, less than nothing, because we still have to pay. They still expect the tithes. So we need to continue to have these conversations. These conversations will impact our lives so much. And I want to talk about, and I have talked about, and I will continue to talk about the fact that so many of us we don't have time to do things like focus on ourselves and our health if we are spending hours of our days doing church on Wednesday nights, Sunday morning to afternoon, doing church across the country in other cities. If we're doing church where we're like going to practices, going to meetings, raising money, going home and doing the cooking for the bake sales, we do not have time. So, yet I recognize that there is a limit of time and resources. So if Black women pull back just a modicum of that time and focus it in on ourselves and our health and resting and not being so stressed and not be so financially pressed to give them money and focus it a little bit on the health and well-being of our own homes, where would we be as women, as Black women? So this content creator, she took a different path. But I want to talk about the financial health and the emotional health, because we shouldn't be giving, just giving when we have got to pour into ourselves just a little bit. Now, this comment section for this woman was popping. Immediate follow. I immediately followed this content creator, because she was preaching. Let's see some of the comments on her post. I wish someone had given me this knowledge younger. Church trauma is real. Yes, that Black church trauma is real. This next person says, why I left several years ago. They seen me living my life and started asking for more money and more of my time. I ran. Listen to this. Yes, I posted a few pics on a trip, got a call to come into the church office. They mentioned I wasn't paying enough tithes, yet taking vacation. And then the next person said, yeah, I would have been pissed. So they are pocket watching. Imagine the audacity of thinking that a woman should take a vacation and pour into herself and take a little rest for herself. That is where this church wanted to go. This woman says, sure enough, I had a church call me from the early 2000s asking for support for a cause they are struggling. And then this next person says, have they fasted and prayed? And then this next person says, so true. It's always the moms making families go, and now it's not happening anymore. Recognize that if women stop, If women pull back, women pulling back on many of these organizations will cause significant change because we are the backbone. Woo, y'all, this is making me excited. I am excited to see what can happen because this is not just me talk. I mean, it just makes me happy because it's happening across social media, up and down social media. You see it in the numbers, you see it in our conversations, and the numbers are about to start bearing this out. That women are tired. The unpaid labor, the misogyny, talking about men being the head of everything. People are tired. Y'all jump in the comments and let me know what you think.
Please remember, Black women, the church has a vested interest in making sure that you don't go on a self-love journey or decenter men. Remember, you guys were the ones who were paying their bills. You were the ones who were tithing. You were the ones who were dragging those men to church. So now that you are deconstructing your mind and maybe deconstructing your religious practices, because we found the Black Christian church, specifically toxic ones, are very misogynistic, or you're no longer centering men, so you're not praying to God for that man who has been stringing you along for the last 18 years of your life to finally become a better person. You don't need to go to church to pray for that. The church is losing money. If Black women decide to stop going to the Black church will not exist. They have a vested interest in reminding you that you need to keep going out, keep making babies with Black men, keep begging for some type of man, specifically a Black man, to want you, and keep realizing that you are just not good enough, but you're almost there in the eyes of God.